Hello everybody. Happy New Year. Happy 2022. Last year just went by so quickly. I can't believe that we're already nearly, well, when I'm recording this anyway, at the end of January already. I hope you all had a really nice holiday season, break, Christmas, whatever you celebrate, or if you don't, that's cool. 2021 was a real big challenge for me, as kind of like a couple of you know, and what I've kind of shared on social media and stuff about what's been going on with me personally. I had some really great moments in 2021, like adopting Miko, a little rescue dog. That was a major highlight, and I really want to do a video with her soon because I really want to introduce you to her, because she is like the cutest little dog ever. And she has these really lovely little personality quirks as well, which are actually really ASMR-y. I call her my ASMR dog because she loves to be tickled on her shoulders and arms, and I whisper to her. I say, "You're a good girl and I love you." So maybe I can encourage her to sit still for long enough so I can do a video with her. So apart from that, I'm glad that 2021 is over, and I'm ready to start a fresh new year, and I've got so many videos already pre-recorded. I did manage to save some of them from my corrupted hard drive, but some I'm going to have to record again, but that's okay. I'll chalk it up to practice and hopefully make the videos better. I now have an eyelash in my eye. No, it's a hair. So I thought to start January off, or to end January rather, I would do a monthly favourites. So I thought I would bring these back because I know a lot of you kind of like them. They're obviously not the most popular videos on my channel because they're not like a roleplay, which I understand. But I personally like doing these because it gets me out of roleplay mode. It gets me out of character and into my own personality. And I just love talking and rambling about things that I like. And I personally like ASMR videos that ramble like this because I can just put them on in the background. I can just listen to them without really paying much attention. But then when I do pay attention to them, it's really fascinating to listen to what people have to say, their thoughts and opinions, what they get up to, what they like, and stuff like that. I really love Maria Gentle Whispering's ones on her vlog channel. I love those. So let's get started. As always, I'll share with you my favourite song, thing, cosmetic, show, or TV show or film. Did I have a book? Oh, you can tell it's been a really long time since I've done this. And simply because I haven't had a lot to really talk about, and I just didn't have time to do these videos. There's just so much going on last year. But I really want to bring them back. And I've said this a million times. I'm going to bring the monthly favourites back, but I never do. So this is my New Year's resolution, to actually fulfill and follow through with my promise. So the last time I did a monthly favourites was in July last year. Wow! Oh my god. And you can see my, I wonder if you can see that. Does it focus? Does it want to focus? New This is my like schedule. Let's turn the brightness down. Oh hi. This is my schedule thing that I try and keep to. And it just shows me what I've spoken about and what I want to speak about. Because there's so many like little things that pop into my brain and I forget them, so I just write it down. So yes, so it will be the song, a TV show / film, ASM artist, thing, cosmetic, and book. So a lot to get through. So I hope you're comfortable. If not, I would suggest you do get comfortable. So my favourite song for this month, obviously I won't play it to you because this video will be demonetized, which it's not good for me. So my favourite song for this month is The Edge of 17 by Stevie Nicks. So I heard this song, it was on I think it was like a John Lewis advert over the Christmas holidays, and I was like, I really recognise that song from somewhere, but I don't know where. And then I realised that it was Destiny's Child, Bootylicious. You remember that song? And like the first couple of like bars of the song, like the first minute or 30 seconds, I was like, oh my god, it was like a rip. Like, what's the word when you like resample other people's music and use it as your own? Like loads of artists do it. I realised it was that, and I was like, oh my god, I really love this song. And then once I got going into the song, the Stevie Nicks version, I was like, oh, this is so good. And I'm sure I've heard it before because it's a really famous, like, recognisable song, but I must have been in that frame of mind where it really kind of connected with me, and I was like really singing it whilst I was like cooking my dinner, and it was like really uplifting and like cool. And for the longest time I thought she was singing it seems like the one-winged dove instead of the white-winged dove, and I was like picturing this like dove with one wing, thinking, oh yeah, because it's a metaphor for like, because you can't fly properly and some person's like come and like strip you down so you can't perform at your best. But then I realised it was white-winged dove and I felt kind of stupid. But anyway, that's my favourite song. So I have so many different TV shows and films that I've watched since last year that I haven't got around to speaking about, like films that have been and gone, TV shows that have been and gone. So I'm going to talk about the one that left a really big impression on me, like massive, and that is Squid Game. So Squid Game was like #1 on Netflix, and like the most spoken about show for the longest time. It was like everybody just couldn't stop talking about it. People were doing like ASMR roleplays on it. It was just like a cult fad like thing, and that actually really put me off watching it. I was kind of thinking, it's going to be one of those like everyone's watching it but it isn't really that good. You know, like I get that a little bit with please don't hate me or come for me in the comments, but I kind of feel like that about The Witcher. I watched like the first 2 episodes and I was like, no, this is not for me. Like I don't get it. I don't get the hype. It's just not for me. Okay, I'm just gonna say that. Just put that out there. So I thought it was going to be one of those like really overhyped TV shows. So I went into the first episode, totally blown away. The storytelling, the acting, everything about that show was phenomenal, and I was so invested in all the characters. The production design was amazing. You can tell it was kind of like low budget because I could tell that they kind of reused some of the sets or like kept everything really contained, but that didn't detract from how awesome it was. And like, I won't spoil anything, but like the twist at the end I didn't see coming. I thought everybody's character was so lovable, even though like there wasn't necessarily a hero, because they were all kind of flawed in their own way, which is brilliant storytelling. Here come the geese. yeah, so Squid Game, really totally, I came in with really low expectations, and my expectations were just blown out of the water. I loved it. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, they're making season 2, and I think that they're talking about a season 3 as well. So I'm really excited about that. So next is the ASMR artist, and this ASMR artist is fairly new. I kind of found her towards the end of last year. She's had her channel since last year, since May last year, and she is like the cutest, loveliest ASMR artist that I've met for a long time, and her content is more on the old school side of things. So, like rambling to camera, talking about things like lo-fi kind of role plays. And they're my favorite type because it's kind of borderline unintentional, but obviously intentional. So her channel is called ASMR Elise, ALISA, and I will show you my favorite video of hers, which I really, really enjoy. And I find myself watching this like every other day. She's got one of those voices which it kind of reminds me of latte ASMR, that kind of high pitched, not high pitched, but high tone, soft and very deliberate kind of voice. Like she doesn't really rush. She talks very deliberately and holds out her S's at the end like that. I don't necessarily have the patience to speak like that. I don't know, it's such a great skill for people who can. I'm always in a hurry to try and like finish my sentence or speak before a sound comes across. So where is this video? Here it is. So this is called ASMR Lo-Fi, Library Roleplay, Soft Spoken, Typing, Page Tapping, and all the rest of it. So let's turn our volume down because we'll have an advert. We'll have two actually. Remember to always try and watch the adverts of ASMR artists when you can, or click on the adverts because it makes a really, really big difference to our ad revenue. I know I'm guilty of it too. It's just really easy to just skip the ad because you want to get to your relaxation right. But if you can, it's a free way that you can help your favorite ASMR artists. No cost to you. You just have to sort of be patient and sit through a couple of adverts. But honestly, it really, really helps us. So here is this roleplay. And it's so good. So good.
Hi, welcome in. How are you today? Good. I'm doing well myself. I don't believe I've seen you in this branch of the county library. Is this your first time? Oh, you used to come in 10 years ago, you say. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I wasn't working here then. Well, nice to meet you. And 10 years ago, I believe our library cards expire every 8 years. So if you're hoping to check anything out today, we're gonna have to get you a new one. Yeah.
Okay, so that is ASMR Elise, and she is just super nice, and I've chatted to her a couple of times in the comments, and honestly her videos are just so lovely. And if you like that kind of lo-fi ASMR, not too put together, then you would really enjoy her videos. So Next, I am sharing my favourite thing, and it's behind me. This thing was actually gifted to me by Yuski Vision, and what it is a vlogging kit. It is suitable for iPhones, Android, basically any smartphone, and also cameras too. You get a tripod, a microphone, a phone holder, like a clamp stand. You get a swivel gimbal kind of head thing, so you can tilt your camera or your phone down or up. You get a little microphone holder that sits on top of your phone or your camera, a fluffy windshield, another tripod, and you also get a light too. So if you're vlogging, you can set the light to whatever you want in terms of like warm light, harsh light, really bright, or really kind of like soft, dull lighting. And it comes in this like really neat like zippable hard case, so it's like super portable. And what I'm going to do is actually insert a little clip of me using it with my phone. So this is just my phone, my iPhone 11's front camera, and the microphone. Just everything's all built in. Everything is just how the camera comes. No editing, no nothing. And now we are going to plug in the microphone of the vlog kit and also turn the light on as well to see how much of a difference that makes. Alright, so now I have turned on the light, and the light is on full brightness on the white setting, like the more kind of cooler tone. I've also turned on the microphone, but it is kind of up here as you can kind of hear. If I unhook it and bring it closer to my mouth, which I'll do in just a moment, then you'll see how effective it is. But we're just going to turn the light to warm. So that is the warmer setting of the light, and I think it's a little bit nicer and a little bit more softer in comparison to the in comparison to the white. So that's white, that's warm, and that's even warmer. That's like more of a sunset, I guess, kind of light. It's really nice. So I'm just going to unhook the microphone now and hold it closer to my mouth, because obviously this would be great for like vlogging and moving around and all stuff like that, but in terms of like ASMR, I'm going to see how well it does in terms of putting it up close to my mouth. Alright, so here's the microphone. I'm going to actually, let's whisper. I'm going to whisper up close. There is a fluffy windshield, which I'm going to put on in a second, and also just a regular windshield as well, which we'll get rid of, obviously, like the blowing wind and all of that. But I think it's pretty cool. It's quite a nice little thing, actually. And if I speak a little bit louder, then I think it's quite good. I think it's just really effective if you're doing like vlogging, maybe some like lo-fi ASMR kind of videos on your phone. Everything's just super portable and super easy to kind of move around. It doesn't look like really obtrusive, like it doesn't look really obvious as like a vlogging kit. It's really like sleek and slimlined, and everything just feels really sturdy. That's like one of the main things which I love about this, is that everything feels really well made, really robust, and not flimsy and cheap in any way, so I'm really happy with that. So let's get the fluffy windshield on and see if we can do some ASMR, like microphone fluffiness. Alright, so here we have the fluffy windshield. I really don't know if this is gonna work. I've never tested this out in this way. I've tested it out outside and it's great, but never for the purposes of ASMR. You can probably hear that I am at home in my bedroom because there's like cars and everybody like around outside. It's a Saturday and everyone is around. This is really robust. It's a windy day today, really windy. But yeah, this whole thing. This is the windshield. Fluffy windshield. It's really nice. So yeah, I think that this vlog kit is well worth the money. It's just so user-friendly, so robust and strong. And I think if you're like not only doing like ASMR videos, this would be great, but if you're like vlogging, of course, it's really super portable, and obviously you get a light, a microphone, a stand, a little swivel kind of like tripod gimbal thing, and all the cables and everything that you need. You also get like straight like handheld things, so if you're like wanting more of a handheld situation. Oh wait, oh my god, oh my god, I didn't even realise that it had a thing for the microphone. Well, it's probably for the overall vlog kit itself if you didn't want to use the tripod, but how amazing is that you have like an actual holder for your microphone if you're talking to camera like this, like if you want to get up really close. I didn't even realise that. That's amazing. You also get a little wire for cameras, so if you've got like a DSLR or a mirrorless camera, this is the wire that you use for your camera. It helpfully tells you which end you plug it in. So here is, it says microphone and this says camera, because it's different. The different ends do different things, so you don't get confused like I did when I first set this up. And what else do you get in this kit? You get a USB charger for the light, which is super handy. A little case thing that you can keep everything in, and then you get a little like a smoother windshield thing for the microphone. So yeah, amazing. Highly recommend. Next we move on to my favourite cosmetic. Now I haven't been using that many cosmetics recently because I've totally stripped back everything I use. I very rarely wear makeup unless I'm filming nowadays. If I have to kind of wear makeup, it will literally just be mascara, red lipstick, and the lipstick I also use as blush, and that's pretty much it. I don't wear any foundation anymore. I just possibly would wear some under eye concealer if I'm feeling and looking a little bit tired. I will do an updated makeup video for people who are asking for that, so don't worry, it's coming. So, in terms of cosmetics, this thing that I'm going to show you, I bought, oh my goodness, it must have been a year ago. I really haven't got round to talking about it, but it is these things. They are 2 lip palettes. So they are by a company called Ardell, and they are the Pro Lip Palettes, one in bold and one in neutral. So why I bought these is that I was fed up of trying to find lipsticks that suit me. I have a strange kind of undertone to my skin, so anything too light makes me look really washed out, and anything too bright just makes me look like a clown. So what I liked about these, especially the neutral one, was that they had so many different colours, and of course you can make your own colour. So for instance, I like to use this one called Fox. I think that's like a really nice neutral tone for me, but sometimes I like to make it a little less strong, and I use this one which is called Nude, you see. So I mix them two together and I create like a really, really nice shade. There's also like this really nice colour here, which on camera it looks a little brighter than what it is, but it's called Call Me Her, and that's a really nice shade as well. So these are like neutral colours, and the bold colour palette is really nice. So you have No Morals, which is like a really nice blue undertone red, and you have this one here which is called Stirred Thoughts, and this is the one I actually used for my portion in the Murder on the Orient Express collaboration. It's like a really nice like 1920s brown undertoned red, like a real like mahogany Merlot kind of red. You have like this purple here called Risk It, and it's not necessarily a shade that you wear straight on your lips. You mix it with the others to create like different undertones. So the same with like this, you can make it any of these like more orangey undertoned, more pink undertoned, purple undertoned. So I really enjoy using these because you've basically, not only have you got 10 shades by themselves, but you've essentially got like hundreds of different colour options, and this saves you buying hundreds of lipsticks and saving space in your makeup drawer. So I really, really love these lip palettes, and honestly these ones were the only real affordable ones that I could find. Everywhere else either didn't do lip palettes like this, or they were super expensive, and I was like, no thank you. So I really enjoy these, and they're affordable too. So next is my favourite book, and this time it's not a fiction book, it's non-fiction, and it's probably one of the most interesting non-fiction books I have ever read, because I have totally gained a new perspective on my life and other people's lives as well. It's really, really quite has been a big change for me to read this book. So how it came about is my neighbour, who I actually rent the studio off of, is a therapist and a holistic healer, and she's really into kind of like broadening her knowledge on like not only therapy techniques, but also different ways of seeing the world as well. She's very, very open-minded, and I've learnt so much from her. So it was really funny because she asked me like, what's your birthday, by the way? And I was like, oh, it's in November. And she was like, okay, and what year were you born? And I was like, why do you want to know that? And she was like, oh, I've got this really, really cool book, and I think you might be really interested in it. It's basically, you take your birth date your year and when you were born, and you do like a calculation and you find your life purpose number. At least I think that's what it's called. I call it like numerology. It's in like kind of, I think, that kind of same ballpark. But this is the book. It's called The Life You Were Born to Live, A Guide to Finding Your Life Purpose by Dan Milliman. So it's really simple. Anyone can use this method. You take your birth date. So for instance, mine is the 17th of November 1989. So I do 1 plus 7 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus 9. I would get the number, the total, and that total I would split the numbers up and add them together. So mine is 3710. That's what my number comes out at. And I'll just read you my first little paragraph. Kind of, it just gives you an overview of what this person is, but you get a whole load of different suggestions in terms of understanding what life purpose that you're on, how if you're like at the best version of yourself, how it's your positives, and if you're at the worst version of yourself, or your kind of not flaws but things you should work on. It gives you ideas about your health in terms of what you should, what diets you should follow, and if you should do certain exercises and stuff like that, which ones are good for you. I know it's just have an open mind. What you should do in relationships and work and finances. People who are some well-known people in that number category, and how to fulfill your destiny and your goals, and questions you should ask yourself too. So I was a bit skeptical, honestly, when I read this book. I was thinking it's going to be like horoscopes where people just make up things based on like what you generally should be. But honestly, this was spooky. This was so accurate, down to the fact, like in health, it says they benefit from a light, primarily vegetarian diet, although they may choose to add occasional fish or poultry in order to stay grounded. So I am a pescatarian. I eat fish only. They also need to do some sort of refined physical training, such as dance, tai chi, yoga, or swimming. And I go swimming. That's my form of therapy, I guess, because it makes me feel good. It gives me that energy boost, and I feel so much better for it. And when I don't do that, I feel terrible. I just feel really sad and depressed. So that's really spooky. Again, it says they often feel angry or depressed with themselves, and they have disturbing dreams. Like, yes, I sometimes have very spooky dreams in terms of like things like post-apocalyptic dreams, and also dreams where I'm being really mean to my family as well. So yeah, strange. So this is my life purpose in a nutshell. Those on the 3710 life path are here to work through issues of creativity while learning to trust the wise and beautiful spirit in themselves and others, and apply their inner gifts to create more harmony in the world. So if that doesn't scream ASMR artist, I don't know what does. So I'm actually going to be doing a series on this book, how you can work out your life purpose number, and I'll be reading out some life paths and life purpose numbers of some famous well-known and well-loved ASMR artists. So if you would like to suggest some ASMR artists that you want me to read out their life purpose, then please link who you want in the description. In the comments, not the description. So it's really interesting, and obviously you just need to take it with a pinch of salt, because obviously not all of the principles apply, But for me personally, I would say that 80 to maybe 90% of the suggestions and the kind of observations totally were spot on, and it actually gave me an idea of what to kind of challenge myself about, what questions to ask myself when I'm feeling like stuck in the mud or feeling like I'm not going anywhere. It was actually just really helpful to kind of see a different perspective of myself, like come out of myself and look from the outside in. So I think you can get this book on Amazon. I will link it down in the description. And again, let me know what ASMR artists I should read out their life purpose. So that is the end of January 2022's monthly favourites. And I really hope that you've enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any suggestions for any future videos. I'd love to hear them. But I will see you in my next video, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.